Well, hello, friends. Robert here. Today's episode is brought to you by bizsites.one. Check them out. All right, cool. Make sure you visit bizsites.one for your web development services. Okay, so I want to bring up a quote by Albert Einstein. Out of the gate, simply goes, um, three great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. This week, we got news of a trip that the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom took. Mr. Rishi Sunak went to Ukraine to visit the President of Ukraine, a man who is prone to horrible decision making, poor choices, and his decision making has led to the decimation of his country in terms of population, the men, and in the mass, the land mass. So Rishi Sunak went as an honorary white because that's all he could have been. If you recall, in 1973, those of you who are old enough, there was a great tennis player, an American tennis player, a black man by the name of Arthur Ashe, and he went to play tennis in South Africa in some huge tournament, and he was the first black man to participate in South Africa. At the time, South Africa was apartheid, had an apartheid system. And Arthur Ashe went, and his designation was honorary white. Well, Rishi Sunak, as he entered Ukraine, became an honorary white because 12 months ago, they would not be even considering his arrival, anyone of his color, into their beautiful, pristine, clean halls of power. So Rishi Sunak went there and embarrassed the United Kingdom by offering to give the corrupt nation of Ukraine another 50 million pounds. At least it wasn't billions anymore. That number is not something that we would tolerate as well as 50 million. But my question for Mr. Sunak was, why didn't you just buy him a set of printers and deliver those to him on your trip there? And they can print off the money themselves because you're only going to print off the money for them. That's the extent of it. Considering the situation that this country is in terms of the cost of living crisis, cost of fuel crisis, the illegal immigration crisis, the inflation crisis, which fuels all of these problems, you would think that he would come home quickly to settle upon the affairs that actually matter to him. His constituency, Rishi Sunak, your constituency is not in the land of Ukraine. The coked up, clearly, and I am telling you, I can speak with great authority that Zelensky is on. He's coked up. He's clearly a cokehead. So take your time. There's I've spent a lot of time with men who know how to hustle. They will hustle you, and every time I say hustle, I mean they're filled with deceit. And at one point in time, I could declare that I was maybe one of those men. I would call myself more honorable than many of those that I used to hang around. If we had honor amongst thieves, well, then that was the extent of it. But here's the thing. For Rishi Sunak to go there and to pledge our undying support, which is not feasible, it's just a lie. Mr. Zelensky, do not rely on Rishi Sunak. The people of the United Kingdom don't rely on Rishi Sunak. The people of the United Kingdom don't rely on the Conservative government, and neither do they rely on the opposition, because these are the gangsters who put us in such a mess. Because people need to decide, heat or eat. And that's despicable. The taxes have gone up, have skyrocketed along with inflation. People will suffer in this country for the next few years, I am told, when the solution is clear. We must rid ourselves of this oppressive government. They do not serve us well. I would say, and I have said, that they hate us. Anyway, so I just want to close by saying at this point in time, the United Kingdom needs a strong and present leadership, not people who give in to or want to follow us or push us down the path of the World Economic Forum, who we have never voted for or had no say in their choosing. What we need is a men and women, a group who is committed to keeping Great Britain, to making Great Britain great.